Cheryl Elizabeth. Oh, how did you get on the ship? How are you here? In disguise? It is not possible. No, I put on this cheesy accent. It does not make sense. I did not think that the master would go this far. Oh, that my daughter, my father. Father? I did not think that you would go this far. That my daughter and son and possibly my ex are here as well. No, this is wrong. The subliminal stuff is affecting us as well. Where is this music coming from? I must find it. I came here to look for the source. There's only a short time before the stuff wears off, and the Clam Master goes back to being dingy again. No, the party must go on. Yes. So, how dare you were all on the bullshit. I knew it all along. You're probably the one that spread the rumors. The rumors about oral sex and stuff, and then shagging on the retreats and all that. And I didn't do that. I never did that. Have you know that my husband of many years now, the master guy, they did that on purpose. And yes, I knew it was a setup, but you did too. So, of course it was. It's probably common law all these years later, but no, like other marriage to that AG guy, it was never actually official. It was like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to be a justice of the peace. I knew. I knew what was going on. Come on, we all knew what was going on. Silly girl. You were there. You know what's going on. Yes. The marriages. If the guru makes up the marriages, she's not a priest. Yeah, she's not ordained. She can't do that. Yes, we'd have to go to the county after that, which we did. As for her and AG, she did not do that. There was no record of the county having their marriage. Otherwise, it would be on the earliest stages of the internet. Everyone could have looked it up and then gone, long before bullshit even happened. But now I disguised myself, the other lady, to get away with the mystery. Yes. Yes, now they cannot figure it out that I've changed my name. I did it several times, but I did it mainly to get away with making this Miriam character come out of the woodwork, so I could ask her about stuff. I never figured out who the Miriam and the Kate were. They were very, very clever and hid their story and backstory from me. They clearly are contemporaries of us, though, so they must have been there. I just do not know. I've not been able to figure it out all these years. I will, though. I will. Yeah. And no, if you haven't figured out who the Phillips are now, you never will. But yes, yes. There is one thing about your husband that's completely BS, though. Multiple orgasm. That's not possible. A man cannot do that. And maybe he's talking about edging and gooning. But as other men would say, you gotta finish eventually. I would know. There was 10 sneaking. But not with him. With the guy that later kind of smelled funny. I'm not sure why. Maybe he worked in sanitation. That was probably it. Later he worked in sanitation, so he just couldn't get the smell off. That's what it was. Yeah, sanitation. Yes. Yes, Cheryl Elizabeth. It is true. We were kind of, kookery. But yes, especially you. Sort of had that, like, Earth Mother thing going on. But yes, not anymore. And also, I think I was 7 of 9 in this other universe. But yes, I don't know how I got here. The Enterprise isn't anywhere near this place. Yeah. Anyway, so I must be the Cillian. Right. Anyway, and yes, as for the orgasms multiple, Grandmaster's making up stuff. Yes. For somebody that claims to know a lot about chi energy and body, mind, and spirit and all that stuff, she knows very little about the human anatomy. I noticed that about her. Yes, she used to be like, yes, multiple, no. He doesn't have those. We laughed about it, but I was thinking the whole time, what? Besides, now it's been over 20 years since that, and there haven't been very many at all since then. Honestly. Not very many at all. Partly because he's so messed up from martial art training that he can't move. But yes, but many of them are like that, so you'll never guess which one I am talking about. Yeah.
I'm in the dark. This I'm going to send to Kitty Key. This is from the Korea. Yes, I'm going to send him Origin id Pulsa the Jung Chuk Pwortsadang and Hyung Cerbero Hyung Dagaribu. There's a lot of words in Korean. South Korean belt. Okay, so Kitty Key's a martial sportist. Okay, so here's the Pum belt. This for Kitty Key, the martial sportist. Now, it is from Pet Cat Dough, which is not a real thing. It's something Shadow Dancer thought of on Bullshito, and it's from Pet Cat Dough, and it is a belt. So, it's officially belt. You get it, and then you try it on. And I am dressed in my ridiculous. I put on a graduation gown because I thought it'd be funny. And yes, so Kitty Key, the martial sportist, started around 2014. Wore a belt to a convention, and then he did. Then he did all the belt ranks, the Pum belt ranks and forms. Broke some boards, some bottoms out of bottles. We didn't see any of the bottles, but we saw the boards. Yes, and did the forms badly, but close enough, because it's a big dojo, and received many belts, including ending with the black belts. 20 and black belts with different colors, white stripe one and then the red stripe one, and then which looked like a master belt in Taekwondo, but it wasn't really, or a Jiu-Jitsu belt, it wasn't really. And then they said that the actual embroidered spin-off belt for the martial sportist would be message saying that with social distancing, the belt to Calcat, who put it on and then receives a belt, because yes, haha. So that is what I'm doing. So, well, even though it's part of the sketch. So I will require the master forms to receiving the belt, because technically it's 3 belts of the black. The others are all from that time period of training, 2016. It's now 2020. It's 4 years ago. So yes, and technically, had he still been at the old school, original school that he trained at for 20 years, 18 years, that he would technically be a master as well. So we decided, let's give him an honorary belt. An honorary belt of that rank. So honorary doesn't count. Honorary belt. So, here it is. It's the honorary belt. Honorary belt. And the funny thing is, when you have a black belt testing at the school, they charge you hundreds of dollars to testing and then go up on the mountain, do the fasting and all that. He tore up a deck in the backyard, so did that, put the lumber on the side. That's enough. Did other things. So yeah, studio. And so there. Yes. So the forms in this case don't matter. It's honorary belt. It's honorary. Sort of like when you get a great grandmaster belt. There is no great grandmaster in martial arts. That's a made-up thing. Someone's calling themselves great grandmaster. They have given them an honorary belt that says you are a great grandmaster. You're not really a great grandmaster. You're a master. Yeah. You're at the grandmaster rank. Even is an honorific. So, but it's become mainstream. But no, you cannot have a great grandmaster. So, master is fine. It would be pretentious. Of course, Mark's Cards would be uber master of everything as well. What was this organization? Origin the Puma. Joe Pumba? Something like that. Puma belt, embroider belts from Korea. Incidentally, the funny thing is that they could just give you the belt for like $50 and like
Wait a minute. I suppose you're trying to convince me that a piano is a stringed instrument again. Where are the strings? Electric piano doesn't have strings. Anyway, oh, you weren't talking about that. You were talking about penises. Yeah, of course you were, and strawberries. Of course you were. That's a secret code. I knew it. Secret code. Yeah. You're probably making that weird music that's playing. Yeah. That's probably you. Right doing that. I'll have you know that my husband and I, we were actually really married for real on the East Coast. Yeah. So there. Yeah. Thought I'd bring that up. One of the instructors, too. Yeah. So there was... Yeah. Come to think of it, I was a student when he was an instructor. Yeah. No dating rule. Yeah. Only applied to him. Or at least people like him. Yeah. Yeah. I can see why. Yeah, and I do remember the romance class. I remember it fondly. It didn't work out. Let's just say it didn't work out. Oh, hello. Hi. Yeah, I'm back. How does Xers even get here? Oh yeah, that's right. We had a ship. Came here on a ship before the other ones arrived. Yeah, an unmarked Federation ship. Yeah, so we came here to come to the celebration because it's the 41st anniversary of TMS, of Marshall Sportiest, and I had to come for that, even though I promised myself I would never actually ever return. But I've technically not returned because this is the planet Keptera. It's a facsimile of the actual place. It's not the real one, so I haven't returned. Yeah. But I can safely say, yes, romance class was stupid. Yeah, God. The guy I was paired with, no chemistry. Yeah. Cal Hazel and that talisman girl kind of upstaged Grandmaster one night. That was funny. But that was the reason they broke that up. That wasn't the reason for the end of the class, though. That was just the reason for them breaking it up, because he was just... There's too much chemistry with those two. I'm surprised they didn't get together. I mean, dang. They never did, though. Maybe I'm not surprised. Yeah. Maybe I'm not. What is... Christina! What do you mean? Well, I guess it wouldn't have worked out, honestly. Yes. Romance exercise class didn't work because it was just a mess. Yes, I remember romance class as well. But, yes, my daughter would not have dated the Cal Hazel. That would have been... It wouldn't have worked out. There was just no, it just didn't work. Secret. Yes, whatever the secret was. The Bolshito, I guess. But we knew about that, so... Yes. And we argued about it with the Grandmaster. Oh, yes, we totally talked about it all the time. We were obsessed with it. Yes. We stopped hosting because she told us to. We probably should have stayed long enough to stop that cult slayer from forming right after the other ones. Because that Kitty guy, or at least him and his friends, they got a little carried away. And they were like, oh, we're going to do this. And we're going to... One day, you'll go on the website, he said. It was a prediction. And he said, one day, you type in the name of the school, name of the company. You'll find the cult immediately. And that is the case today. 20 years after the Bushido, that is the case today. You literally cannot type in the names of the school and the Grandmaster, the cult, without it coming up with an algorithm saying, cult. It seems that the Xers were more powerful than we thought. You were spying on your own daughter. Well, that's kind of weird. But I wouldn't put it past you. Yeah. I remember that too. And the posting. And the other characters. So many people have come and gone. You know, it's not like... And they claimed 5,000 students by 2004. When they left Milpitas. I don't think there were. I think that would be 5,000 altogether over 19 years. In giving the testing lists, which I could see. Yeah, I was one of the people helping out with the newsletter. And the testing stuff and the scheduling, as well as Elizabeth over there. And I know full well that there was... in any given, year, it was not 80 to 100 students. And COL was not 200 students. I don't know where they're getting that from. It wasn't that big. It was a minor cult. One that did not grow very large. But we knew what we were doing, didn't we? We knew. I didn't post. I was under duress when I posted. It was never really me. It was always someone else. They were posting for me. Yeah, that's it. They were posting for me. Yeah, that's it. And I never posted stuff on company hours about the ex-students. And yeah, there were thousands of ex-students. There might have been 5,000 ex-students. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there were some classic ex-students. Yeah, there were some classic ex-students. But you're a terrible liar. You know that? A real terrible liar. Yeah, we were all posting on there. All of us. Yeah. This is not about Iggy. This is not about Iggy. He's not even here.
Splendid. Some of you have come here. And you can leave any time, of course, and go find your ship. Or some of your friends. But I think you want to stick around for what's up next. There's more revelations. In fact, we're probably going to have to play some more of that footage later on from that finale that we did. That little hiccup there with the ladies. Yes. I am told by one of them that, well, some of that isn't happening the way you think it is. Just so you know. I've been told to give you that information. Yep. Yes, because actually, there's a master over us, part of our alien group, you see. But I, of course, am the mastermind. But I never posted on Bullsheeto. No. Adam Gee. Adam Gee. Yeah, we encountered a version of you on the Miriam planet years ago. Planet named for one of the Cal Hazel girlfriends, apparently. Yeah, she adopted the Muri planet as her own, even though technically that's kind of screwy. Miriam Follett. Probably heard of her. Yeah. Put her name in the credits. Also, she's MC Kim, but I think it's the same girl. It's just that one's the doppelganger. I've never really asked her, but yeah. But so, yeah, one of the. I don't think she's a COL person though. Maybe she was. I don't know. I think she might have been. Yeah, she's one of the dates. I hadn't thought about it. The date bribe girl, perhaps. Could be she's the date bribe girl. The one with the master lady, the guru, was like, oh, I would pay for your date. I wonder if that's her. I looked on the records to try to ascertain the fillet connection to the Langhoffs, because there seems to be one. And all I could find was references to sisters and nieces and nephews and cousins and stuff from the Langhoffs. And a wife. I think they're connected, though. I think they're part of the same universe. Although the subliminal message that's being broadcast is affecting our brains, so I don't know specifically whether that's the case or not. Yes.
Well, I see our away mission is kind of waylaid. I made it funny. Yes, we must figure out what is going on here. And if this is the source of the signal, this Iggy guy should turn it off. And just end it right here. But then we couldn't continue to the midnight hour. It seems that there's something important about the midnight hour. We have to stick around for that. Is he some kind of a brain melt thing or something? Yes. Yes, I find this seriously weird. We are free to go, though. Because if we're not, I will slay him.
You are free to go and continue watching the video. It will teach you much about the Kitty Key legend, and much about Kimster. In fact, it'll teach you more about the Kitty Key legend than it will Kimster. Have fun. Eat, drink, and be merry. For tomorrow You all may die. No, no, just kidding. You're not gonna die. No, nobody's gonna die here. It's an Organian like planet. Oh, Organian like. Yeah, planet. I should say. Yeah, sure. Yes, we're trying to keep them at bay to teach a lesson. Yes, sort of. Yeah. Kind of lost in the minutia. Yeah.
This is Cat, the Catster. This is, I'm going to say, belt. Korean belt. Korean thingy. This is the belt from 2014, Kitiki the Martial Sportist. And this is the one that medals other like lower belts. Didn't really need to earn because it was funny. It was all a joke. Martial Sportist is a McDojo guy, Pet Cat Dough. Yeah, so that's this one, and there was 17 years in an actual real school before this, but I was left in 2007. I was out of shape. Now 2013 or 2014, get back in shape, go to gyms and stuff, do things and exercise, and now I come to. It's been 4 years since that, but sketch, but there's been other stuff. And this is all technically more comedy than reality, so don't use any of this as an instructional video. It's just, it's going around. Okay. This is a from martial arts belt. 1/6 inches, length 1/18 inches. Made in Korea. Martial arts belt. I think it's from Rock. Amazon.com. Embroider belts. Cal Cat. Honorary Master. Pet Cat Dough. Shadow Dancer School. Fake school. Online bullshit school. He doesn't know, so it's an affiliate of Shadow. So it's Cal Cat Show, official martial sportiest, fourth dan. Martial sportiest, fourth dan. So the other three were first, second, and third dan. This is fourth. This is fourth dan. Fourth dan belt. It's more. It's not a religious thing. It's a respect thing. It's not supposed to be prayer. It's like a body, mind, and spirit come together. I think it's Zen. It's probably kind of religious, but anyway. So yeah, this is an honorary Pet Cat Dough, honorary master Pet Cat Dough, which means I can pet cats. Cat appears at least 3 times here. Cow cat, cow cat, cow cat, cow cat show. 11 years. Martial sportiest fourth dan, because sportiest is a word and sportist isn't. Fourth dan. I think it's hilarious. That is the most awesome thing ever. In Korea. And yeah, so. Pump size. San. Master form. 1. There's adults are getting it. This is not for kids to watch. It's not an instructional video. It's just me screwing around. Now I have last season belt has arrived. And now, yeah. Probably doesn't mean you get one every year. It's honorary. So, yeah.
Ma'am, we found all sorts of party crashers and the Xers. They must have come down in the ship. I don't know where that subliminal music is coming from. But whatever it is, it's affecting the crew. All of our crews are down here. Just doing weird stuff to us. No idea what it is. It's really strange. Yes. I'm Mike Melt. I would pitch Star Trek to you, but I think you guys would have probably no clue as to what that was. Yes, so I won't. I'm kind of trapped here, too. I came into your party to see if I could find a way out. It's really weird.
be some kind of crazy Q thing going on there. That's probably what it is. So it was my mission to come to this planet and come to this, and yeah, they sent me here, sort of a punishment for having tried to take over the crew before this other ship. You know how it is. Yeah. So it's a punishment. So here I am. And, here you are, and all that stuff.
Ah, I have the chi powers. Mycelian powers. Yes, you are actually Mike Gomelt. Yes, the gamer guy. Yes. Psst. I don't think you trained at the school. You didn't. Just thought you did. Yeah. So I don't think so. I would know. I haven't been this alert in years. Oh.
Yeah, this is misconceptions. So, no other misconceptions if we want. Yeah, which would tie in a little bit to that COL kitty key thing that we did years ago anyway. Yeah, we did. But, yeah, whatnot. Now, when the Bullshito thing happened, let's go to the bullshit. Why not? The Bullshito thing happened. There were several stories connected to a other site called Cult Member, which was pulled down in 2007, but Bullshito kept going. And one of the main conceits they had about that whole thing is the Kitty Key could attest to. I might as well not bother saying Kitty Key could attest. So I'll just say Kitty Key could attest to it. And 35 ex-students that were mainly publishing could attest to it. Adam G, let's call him Adam G, never published on that website or the other. I understand that he was not actually on there. They thought he was, and they called his group the Adamites. And that's one of the reasons Kitty Key went there, is he thought they were talking about him. So he went there, and then some of his relatives and some of his friends did. So we had like this other versions of Kitty Key going on. They figured that out pretty quickly. That wasn't what freaked him out, though. Freaked him out was all the cult stories. It didn't freak him out getting caught because he knew it was him. So he's like, yeah. And then we had let's call them by their handles, Klarhor and Ryan Bald, and Chica Bonita, and Shadow Dancer. We're going on about all these different things. Ryan Beld and Chica Bonita are the children of Shadow Dancer, Xer, Black Belt Xer, let's say. Claire Hawar was a Xer son of the infamous JDMS. That's her name on there. Another character. I understand that this Hello 123 person did train the academy, and that Kit Fillet and the Fillettes are just a name for their friends. I don't think so, but unless he was some other Kitty Key. Also, the one that got kicked off by his mom was clearly a different person than was the original one. His writing style was completely different and haphazard and stuff, but not mine. But yeah, we were all caught before the 2011 testing, master testing. We were all invited, of course, but it was a trick. So 2011 testing was a trick to see whether they were Xers posting, which is ridiculous because what they were posting and what the COL people were posting was made up half the time anyway. And also they were not, they were often snipping back and forth at each other. They had an ex-husband and an ex-wife snipping at each other. They had people saying, oh, this one instructor lady's parents really didn't love her or something. It's being all mean and stuff. It's like, you don't know that. Come on. I mean, it was really strange. And there was this one dude, one of the instructor guys, what do they call him on there? One of the instructor guys, he was complaining and insulting one of the employees at his own company while on the job on there. To which some of the other employees said, wait a minute, stop doing that. Yes, don't post stuff on the internet you want somebody to look at, find later. It's not a good thing. Yeah, so there's your COL story. It's real brief. Yeah, there's really not much new. It was fun looking back on some of that old stuff.
I seem to have gotten into a fight with an angry spray tan machine at the tanning salon. Yes. Now, who are they?
The greatness. We're not naming her name. The greatness. And she had dirt on them. She didn't have dirt on me, so she didn't have nothing on me. The only thing she had on me was, oh, I wanted to pay for your date once in 1996. Yeah. To which she kept mentioning that when I visited back in 2007, 2008 when I came back to visit. She mentioned it a couple times in books, book deals and stuff. And I pointed out to her, you paid for the date, but it didn't happen. So you didn't pay for it. You wanted to, but it didn't happen. Yeah. And then the one she didn't approve of was the one that actually went out, which was the other girl. So there was this one girl at school named Alex. And then there was this other girl later on, a year later, named Anna. And when I was her, they didn't like that. Oh, no, we were grooming her to be in the program, COL program, and Hope with Our People's Network thing, and pyramid scam, and all that other stuff. Yeah, I knew that's what it was then too. Everybody knew. That's not slanderous. They knew. They knew what they were doing. But yes, she didn't want to do that, so she quit. Yeah, and several months later, she reappeared in front of in that same year. She reappeared and said that, oh yeah, they were mean to her, basically.
Oh, hello, Grandmaster. Hey, guys. I normally wouldn't show up in this story here, but I decided to come here and set the record straight about the COL people and all that. And yeah, I was one of them. And yeah. Yeah, and the fillets as well. Yeah. I can explain that, actually. It's very simple, actually. See, well, it is very simple. There wasn't just me and my little brother. There was also a little sister, Jody. Yes. Yes, that's the explanation. So there's a little sister. This girl over here isn't it, obviously. She'd be in her 30s. Yeah, this one's not even 18 yet, I don't think. Or just barely 18. Yes. Not directly related, though.
Matthew Phillip. I should have realized. 'Tis you all along. You, the other kitty key. How did I not see that coming? Of course, it'd be you. Who else would it be? It's silly, Matthew Phillip. Yes. Yes, very strange. I have the conundrum, and I see that the thoughts create reality here. Or replace it with their own. Yes, the thoughts create reality. I can make all kind of speech about how I came here, years ago, and came to California, and the rags to riches of my character. But let's just say, I set the record straight. I was not poor little girl in wars. I was not poor little girl in Korean War. No, I was not. Everyone in Korea was poor little girl in Korean War. Oh, Group all does that. Yes. We added all that stuff for the videotapes in California. What really happened is that my mother was a shrewd restaurant owner lady. She come to America, to Vermont. Well, first Washington and then Vermont. Yes. She set me up with suitor. I marry him. He rich too. Well, richer than me. And yes, we not have children. Not have sons. Not have daughters even. Oh, it's good on this kitty person to have had a daughter. 2 daughters. Well, he was not cursed or blessed. So I suspect he's had other daughters as well. And this is almost a granddaughter, really. Oh, he is kind of stud. Of course, so was that AG guy that I was with. Oh, he was stud too. Oh. Yes. Anyway, so yes, I was never with him, though. I did. Yes, Kitty Key never slept with me, no. Despite his name being Kitty Key with my initials in it. Yes. I actually stole the name from this old guy. This green coat guy. I stole my name from him. He died a couple of years ago. You never won the wiser, yeah? Yeah, such a case. Yes, yeah. Anyway, come to America, the assistant coach, Olympic team, become the first female master through my brothers and my uncles. Yes. You want to know who the master was? It was my uncle. Yes, he was the master. He was my master. There, I have revealed it. That maybe you would figure that out after all these years. Yes, it's my uncle. He trained me. I probably should have just come out with that to begin with and said, oh, the Mogangdo uncle to train me. But, yes. Then it wouldn't have been as exciting, and I wouldn't have sold a lot of books. Oh, yes.
Don't give away the farm now, man. At least, yeah, until they try to sell that mansion that's still up for sale after like 10 years. Yeah, 12 years. I guess nobody wants it. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I can't give up the farm just yet. No. Yeah, we knew what we were doing. We were naive college students when we came to California with you. Yeah. We at COL give up everything for the cause of the glorious of the Grandmaster. Yes, and now that we're Grandmasters ourselves, why did it take us so long to do that? Yes. Why did we never split up into other schools and stuff? That was screwy. Why did we do that? Doesn't make sense. Yeah. Probably should have done that.
Action. Haha. Ah, I see. We meet again. Fair weather, friends. The messages are increasing. The hour is late, but not late enough. The Kimster and her group continue to watch the old videos to find out where Kitty Key and the Langhoffs connect. They have not. The Fillets and the Kims were quite simple, though. There were a lot of us back then. The Langhoffs included. They left. They left in 1998 along with the cult reveal thing. A little after the cult reveal thing. Well, it was a cult. Yep, and they left. But they did remain into the 2020s, at which point the matriarch of the family became that she needed to go to a special facility, so they decided that they should move. Yeah, and they sold their house and moved. But not before Kitty Key made contact with his other Kitty Keys there, and his other allies from the Threads, to continue Cult Slayer us into the 21st century and the 2020s. And, yes, I thought I'd point that out. And he did. And yes. Understand that you two are related to that somehow.
I am Hello 123. I am Hello Zab. I'm Hello Zab, and she's Hello 123. She is Zab. Yes, I'm Hello Zab, and she's the other Zab. There's like 3 or 4 of us. You'll never figure that out. But yes, we are related to this to the girl Jodie Flett, who is often quoted as a character in the story. We're related in that we were buddies. We were sisters, soul sisters. Yeah, that's all it was. We hung out at the COL and stuff. Yeah, I think I was a little younger than her. Yeah, roughly the same age. Yeah, a little younger. But yeah, we left the whole thing in 2005 or so. That's when we left, I think. 2005, a little bit before the other kiddies. We were asked to return though. Some of us returned, and we were Frog and Scorpion, and then yeah, Komodo Dragon. Dumb names, really. As we've explained that story before. Don't know if it was explained as succinct as I said it just now. That's right. And I am a version of Zab. It's not actually Clar, because that wouldn't make sense. Because why would she post about herself? No, I am Zab. I'm one of the other girls from the cast. I was never with Kitty Kitty. I understand she wanted to be with him. Like, yeah, after the academy ended. She was flirting with him all the time in the store. I was working there too. I was like, damn, you two obviously want to get with each other. You just should. You should totally shag. That's what I said. You should shag. It wouldn't have worked out. It wouldn't have worked out for the same reason that it wouldn't work out for him to get with that talisman girl who is much older than us. It wouldn't work out because half of my family is kind of nuts. No. But I was willing to play the main characters. It's fine. And the Langhoff characters as well. In case you didn't notice, she is a Langhoff. Well, by marriage. Yes, I married one of them. The Follets and the Langhoffs are related by marriage. Yeah, I married one of them. The younger boy. He was delicious. Still is. Kind of a short little guy. But yes. Psst. We never dated in COL, though. They thought we were dating. We weren't. Afterward. Kind of jealous of Jacob Hunter, though. I mean, Grandmaster crashed his wedding, but not ours. Yeah. That would have been funny. It was a Star Trek wedding, by the way. With Star Trek outfits. You may recognize him, of course, from the cast. The boy. Yeah. Why, he's Boimler on the show. Well, the voice actor's not Boimler, but that's who he's playing on the other show. Just so you know that the whole time I've actually been her, Langhoff. Just never listed in the credits, you notice. No, actually, this is an Avatar thing again. The aliens have interfered with you, Agini.
No, I know that. No, I know it's you aliens. Yeah. Oh, I know it's you aliens.
Some goofy stories back then. There was a romancer-size class where they ripped off jazzercise. Now there's a new version of that. So there's new news on that. Somebody created a romancer-size, a current one. And apparently you can go and watch their tapes. It's nothing to do with the Jung Swan one. It's a different one. But I'm sure it's better. The Jung Swan was a failed attempt to rip off jazzercise with one of the chief instructors and his girlfriend. And they thought it would be really cool. Who was a student, which is just wrong somehow. Now, she was of age, granted, but instructors should not date a junior student. That's no. It's kind of some things the COL people were getting in trouble for. And that goes for a romance class as well, because what was I, a red belt, and the partner was a black belt? No. So even me, even me, and although, granted, I saw her years later when she became a famous folk singer. She was at a coffee shop with her husband. She got married. She moved out of Jung Swan, got married. Famous folk singer. Let's call her June. Okay, and joked about that romance class, and at one point, and her husband was like, "Oh, what was that? Oh," it was pathetic, and I told him what it was. I said, "Well, don't worry about it, because we had absolutely no chemistry." She's all, "None." Nothing happened at all. She was like a boss or something. and then it's probably in the later journals. He goes, "Well, you did have chemistry with that one girl. That's why Grandmaster stopped it." It's like, I know. Yeah. So yeah, there was this one night where she wasn't available, and they said, "Oh, you can hook up with Chica Bonita." I'm gonna call her by her pen name there. You can do Chica Bonita this time and do exercising. It was an exercise class, but of course, to do this one, they had to no touching, because it would have been awkward. So it was just like pretending, like stretching, basically. So in this case, awkward. So very awkward. But there was chemistry, and almost immediately, like they. Oh, no, stop those two. Yeah. So I never dated this girl that was Chica Bonita. I never dated Chica Bonita. That would have been weird. No. But at that point, that night, she realized, hey, This guy obviously likes me. It's like, oh, come on. But it was not going to go anywhere. So there's my story.
Wait a minute. Ha! I found you all. Yes, that is not Jody. That is Abra. Yes, the youngest. Abra. Yes. In this universe, she is manifest as a person, but she's actually a cat. Literally a kitty cat. Yes. It's all kitty key. It's all Cal Hazel. The subliminal messages have no effect on me. So I suspect he's the one generating them.
Well, he's a Cillian. Well, he is a Cillian, so that could totally be the case. I wonder what his plan is. Maybe it's another Cillian, though. After all, I am MC Kim. Obviously. Yeah, I'm a contemporary of Wendy McKinley, for the cast. And I knew of a younger person named Jane Foster, who changed her name to Jane Piedmont to avoid copyright. But she was only slightly younger than me. A little bit younger than me. A couple of years younger. And yeah, we were at the Academy too, but under different names. Yeah, I know you guys. I know you. Yeah, so that's fun. Yeah, I'm MC Kim. Locarno. And the Locarno thing is kind of like that. That's what's going on. So it's Kitty Key. And also Cal Hazel. There's a Kitty Key and a Cal Hazel. I hope the videos have straightened that out and that we can see them and go like, oh, that there's two different guys there. Yeah, I hope that's clear. There's more than two. There were four. And we showed more than four. We found the videos. And, they were being released here anyway. Yes. But like Romancercise class, if they're released to the whole Federation, that would be bad. We're not going to go back in time and get the Romancercise class, of course. That would be screwy. No, this is a celebration of 41 years, I guess, since the coming to California. Yeah. Yeah. MC Kim. And, yeah, Mary MC Kim. And I had a sister named Kim as well. Yeah, and she passed away. And now, yeah, so like the other two, there's similar timey-wimey stuff going on. But yes. I don't think I'm the daughter of anybody, though. So, yeah, nobody from here. Yeah. But it was kind of sweet on that Kitty Key guy. Just never got to him. Yeah. But not Adam G. So you don't need to be jealous. No, I wasn't into him. You are trying to confuse the Gland Master. You cannot confuse the Gland Master. I have powers, G powers. I can tell that one of you is actually lying. I'm not sure which one. And I order you to have a DNA test. And find out who you are. Related to. Yes. Because then you can sue for child support and stuff. And work for the school again. Yes, I do remember some of you. Very interesting. But yes. Well. Well, I am one of the young Saw people. You'll never actually know who this is specifically. Yes. But I'll give you a hint. I worked at a store, briefly. That's not much of a hint. For a long time, actually. So yeah, that's my hint. But yeah, you're not going to figure out who we are. We're the other Kitty Keys. You're not going to figure it out. No. But one of us married your former kid manager guy. Not going to say which one. You're just going to have to guess.
Yes. The energy aliens are messing with us. If we can turn off the transmitters now, we can get this over with. There's another hour until it is midnight. They've set some kind of timer, a kind of device. Not sure why. Because it's not a doomsday device, it's just a device. They set a timer. Apparently they know when Kyung-Hee Kim's mental facilities will go south and she will have a sundowning incident and become weird again. Now that she's confessed to just about everything, there isn't much for her to do now. I see what they're doing. It's very clever. Yes. Yes. But it's keeping us from fighting each other as well. Yes, where is that Adam Gee guy? I think he may have taken the device with him, and it's still active, as though he has a remote control. It is no longer in this room. That is annoying. Perhaps this place is wired for all kinds of remote control units. We must find them, and then stop them. Of course, should we stop them? I mean, it might actually mess with the time continuum and the aliens, and they might be mad. I hadn't thought of that. Till just now. That's all they do nowadays, now that they are old. They just watch movies all day. How exciting. Doesn't seem very exciting. Seems very sad and pathetic. Well, I guess they can't train anymore. Their bodies are too frail and too fragile. And certainly they are not catting around and doing kinky stuff because they're old and frail. No one will have them. Yes, back in the day they were in their prime, weren't they? Okay. Whatever's running things down here, some kind of Matryoshka computer, vast network thing. It seems to go back to the time when this planet was a colony of the TV planet from the Ted Turner colorizers era. The Cillians, when they were given Q powers as children, they blew it up back in 2365. They weren't even in Starfleet or anything yet. They were just children. And they didn't know that they could blow up a planet. And they were really mad about old black and white movies being in color. And they destroyed it. A planet. Q, of course, had to fix it, which he did. But, yeah, that's the trouble with those Cillian kids. They're incredibly destructive. Yeah, they blew up a planet. So they resettled some of them on this planet, Keptera. And some on Keterconus as well. But yes, and then the silly treks spread across the galaxy. These TMS people are merely other luminaries of one of them, Cal Hazel, who encountered them. And Kitty Key, of course. Actually, several of them. So there are several Cillians here that are avatars of Cillians from that time period, as well as real ones. We don't know what we're actually seeing, sir. There's real or imagined. But it appears that Kyung-Yi and her little entourage are actually real. And they are the original TMS people. And they're here. They've been here for some time. Yeah. They destroyed a planet. Oh dear. I heard about that, yes. I didn't think they actually did it, though. They were mad about a TV mogul from the 80s. That's ridiculous. Why would they do that? I'm sure the real one wasn't killed. That's dumb. Yes. And they have a weird, tenacious connection with Star Trek. And that weird connection is that, eventually they will totally do a colorizer episode. Strange New Worlds. Yeah, and get it wrong. That they just did recently, in fact, on Strange New Worlds. Yeah. In that other timeline, the Abramsverse, they did do that. They went to a colorizer planet, but it had a black body object like a Giedi Prime from Dune. Yeah, I just thought to mention that, even though we're not going to do that. That's dumb, and I can see why the Cillian kids as kids would totally blow that up because that's stupid. Yeah, it kind of worked in the episode, but not here. Anyway. Am I rambling? Yeah, I think I am. Yeah. Let's go find the others.
There appear to be multiple bridges here. That's weird. I thought that I had not left the bridge, but actually I had. It's like a maze in here. Very strange. Huh. Well, the people in here. Yes. I do a captain's log, but I don't know where, what point that would be. Yet that strange subliminal message is playing in the background. Well, liminal, but yes, kind of hear it. It's leading us to this point. Story. Discover the mystery of this weird, sort of a celebration of TMS adventures. Without actually showing any martial arts, by the way.
Well, guess they're just obsessed with showing old movie clips, kind of like they were back in the day at CUL. They're kind of showing all kinds of stuff. Mostly of Kitty Key. I think they're trying to figure out who he is, and the other ones. And he's hidden his tracks very well. Yes. Of course, they wouldn't really care about what I'm up to anymore. Nor should they care about what they're up to anymore. We're all roughly the same age. With the older ones, that is. We're all in our late 60s, so what do they care about us anymore? Doesn't make sense. But yes, they keep watching the other stuff from years ago. I think Kitty Key and Cal Hazel are probably in their mid-50s at this point, if that means anything. And in case you didn't know, the celebration on this planet, on the planet, it's August 2026. But in space, it's other timelines, because that's how Silly Trek works. So it's actually August 2026, 41 years after the Milpitas School. Yeah, and we have talked to the people of the Vermont and of the early school, and I wanted to take note of some of them, and mention that some of them designed the ATC logo, which at the time was the ATC logo. Some of them were ex-husbands and paramours and ex-wives of the other ones. I'm Vod Duick, one of the few, very, very few, actually official, permission-asked characters from the former church group. I left, but I came back a few times, and I am the same age as the Follett girl, Jodie Follett. I'm actually the same age as her. So yeah, I think maybe doesn't matter who that is. Don't worry about it. Uh-oh, here he comes.
Skibby totally mind wrecked now. Ah, yes. I have arrived. Yes, I want my honorary master belt. Well, I bought my honorary master belt. Yes, I'll probably talk about that later. But yes, here I am. The honorary title drop of this adventure. I decided to have a celebration thing. Very similar to actually her later parties. Actually, she did a lot of these party things. When they stopped doing the drag ones, they did drag ones. Yeah, they did a bunch of these parties where they were like doing like a drag queen thing. They would dress the male instructors up as drag queens. It was funny, but kind of offensive because they weren't gay. One or two of them were, but yeah, we're not going to name names. But they weren't generally gay, and so that was kind of like just making fun of it. So and then they stopped doing that, and they just made them commercials for the school in the later years. In the late 90s, early 2000s, it was all kind of a commercial. Some of the parties, she wouldn't show up at all, and it would be run by the two instructors, who will remain nameless, but here in the parody, they are Saltine and Tomat, and a bunch of other guys. And Jammer, who was the best, one of the better managers they had. And then there was a new manager that quit in the 2010s, by the name of the Davidson guy you mentioned. We'll just call him that. And his wife. They both quit because she was the coffee shop girl. Apparently he wanted to, was dating somebody, and wasn't a student, I don't think. And, no, maybe she was. Maybe she was a student, like an early student. And he was a black belt. So the no dating rule was circumvented by Mr. Davidson. But yes, there was no official no dating rule. What it was they were trying to keep us from shagging set, and it didn't work. And no, I did not have to pay child support to anybody because I didn't know that stuff was going on. I didn't make the connection.
I have evaded being captured all this time. I have my powers. Yes, the court case. Yes, we went over the court case. I see. Yes. Actually, this was kind of because I'm a Cillian as well, and I always have been since encountering Kitty Key and the other guy. I've always been a Cillian. And the funny thing is, they never actually, the CUL guys, you guys, you never actually, like asked me. That probably would have made since, but you didn't want to, especially not after that trial. Yeah, that went south quick, especially when we discovered, oh, I wasn't really legally married to the guru. Yes, the judge threw it out with prejudice, so he could never try it again. And then you tried to countersue. You tried to countersue for, like, other things we won't go into, but they were stupid. And yes, but you had something on me, though, you see, all these years. That's why I still post. That's why on my site, I post that I used to work with you guys. Because, well, yeah, I was with the guru, and, well, birds of a feather, I guess. You asshole, Mr. McGee. Oh, you annoying bastard. What have you done now? Oh. You telling that Kiriki guy all about the trial and how it ended and all that, and leaking that out to the press. Oh, you ruined it. You ruined the whole thing, the whole sham. You should take your stuff down off your website. Oh, you bastard. Oh, bastard. Like Linda D. George. Oh, Oh, yeah, you can't be a bastard. You actually have legitimacy, parentage. Unlike various children of the Kiriki guy. Yes, I'm not sure how he has daughters that are teenagers, so that's weird. Oh, is it? Oh, that's right. They were. This planet has manifest them as people and they're cats. That's right. I guess he could have those. 17-year-old, 18-year-old cats. That's silly. What kind of a screwy planet is this? Ugh. It is a screwy planet, isn't it? And as the hour is late and we approach the witching hour, midnight, your device will then cease to function. And also the control over Kyungi will end. It will be over, and then we will transport you all back to where else you camest. Knowing where you've been, knowing what you've seen, remembering all of it. We are here. We are not just the Q beings that gave the kids powers years ago. We are actually malevolent alien life forms. It was their penance for having blown up the TV planet. This whole place is like, yes, kind of a trap for them. It didn't really work out because only the one guy showed up, and some of his friends. Yeah. I mean, he did. He showed up. The one kid that wanted to blow up the planet, he's here. He is Cal Hazel. Yes, he's the one. He's the kid that blew up the planet. It's the one. When he was a kid. Yes, I thought I would point that out. And then he went on to be at the martial arts school because he was actually like really, really deadly, apparently. At any point, he could have made you all go away with his Q powers, but he didn't. Turns out, yes, his honorary title of master applies, and grandmaster as well. Even before he was that, even before he trained, he was already a Q master. Okay.
The characters and stories and reveals and all the good stuff. Yeah, which is kind of related to the other TMS martial sportiest stuff too, as well, indirectly. Yeah, not really. There's a lot of weird false narratives that have happened with that over the years, and it's like there's like, yeah, a lot of it is just bloggers that want attention, that want to make a name for themselves, and that it just keeps the algorithm moving. And there's no new news. They just want to keep the algorithm going, and so does the old COL as well. So they keep the algorithm going. You could go into all of the different minutia and goofy stuff about background information and stuff. Oh, who are these different groups and families in the story? But really, most of it is kind of made up. So they've some of the Xers have speculated over the years. The Xers of the TMS, it can't possibly be just one or two people. It's got to be hundreds of them, right? Because Can't just be one or two people that took the cult down, can it? It was about 36 people that took it down.
I am Worf, son of Mog. Yes. And I have arrived. There's no combat here, though. You're all old, like I am. But I still spar. Is it beautiful? Yes, Worf. As you can see, there are old warriors here. 'Tis gloriousness. The Glin's eye. Yes, if they had any combat right now, they'd probably hurt themselves. Yes, there is also a weird entity. Some sort of a liminal message being broadcast that is making everyone think they're in a conundrum. We have traced it here, to the center of this room. It is a Cillian signal of some sort. I'll figure out what it is. Stop it. It reminds me of the time the Enterprise E was decimated by an alien computer virus. Had to be scuttled, unfortunately. Just a tune. It isn't a computer virus, Worf. It is just a tune. It appears to be their chief song, playing over and over again. Yes, it's her name, over and over again. It's kind of silly. Yeah, that's what it is.
Huh. Also, come down here to analyze the situation. And noting that it almost is the witching hour. Before too long, whatever that they got in her system is probably going to wear off. She can start sundowning any minute now. We've got to get in here while we still can and isolate it.
I've noted that all of the stories we've been able to observe are mainly about being horny. I understand fully. But it has been ages since I actually was able to, perform. Yes. But yes. Well, I'm kind of useless on this mission. I'll admit that. Yes. Where is this stud muffin guy who was a stud, who showed up and he was like the guy that was getting with everybody? Where is that? And where's the other guy that was getting with everybody too? I don't understand.
Well, you saw the video. One of them was in it. Although, at the time, I don't think they realized he was such a stud. I don't think I had a clue. That's funny, though. Our version of Cal Hazel certainly isn't a stud. I think what it is that from their perspective, he was. They just didn't realize it. That'd be my guess.
I get it.
You have interrupted my party of the Clanmaster, and there's no sparring going on.
Ow. Ow. I think I broke something. I can't get up.
Oh no, they suck. They really, really suck. Oh no, we are too old to be doing this. I'm 80. It appears that he has sprained one of his hips. It is artificial, as is the other one. Yes, I suggest the other guy get off of him before he actually breaks something. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was good though, wasn't I? Real good, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was real good. Oh well. Yeah. You have come to my celebration party. Oh no! And now, Mr. Saltine is messed up. We have to take him to your sick bay to repair him. Yes.
All right, send down the medical team from the ship. We watch more videos of Cal Kitty Key. We watch more videos of Kitty Key. You know, one time, his friend Kaiser, I offered to pay for his date. Yes, I totally did. They didn't end up dating though. They broke it off right there. She broke it off. Well, yeah, that kind of would make sense. You don't bribe somebody to date somebody. That's weird. Unless you're an Orion, in which case you probably would. Yeah.
I did this Star Trek locations, Marshall Sporty stuff. My stuff is harmless. It doesn't affect anything. It's deliberately legally binding. It's not, The only thing there that's any kind of legal thing, if anything, it would be a slap if they SLAPP if they complained, because it would be like, well, why are you complaining about that? It has nothing to do with you. It's very much parody, so it's protected speech. That said, that bullshito cast trial case they were on about has been absolutely confirmed as a sham marriage trial. So I can say that they confirmed that is. The guru of the cult was allegedly common law married to one of her junior students, who was an adult, but still, it's a little weird. And there was a divorce case, basically. And that's what Bullshit was kind of about. He never posted there, but his ex did. He had an ex-lover that he was messing with. She posted there. And I know who she is. But yes, not anymore, though. I haven't seen her since 2012, 2013. And they're that off. Yeah, so that didn't happen. So there was this sham trial, and apparently there was an NDA for many years. And in order to keep the Xers out of this NDA thing, mention the TMS stuff, why not? Because it's part of the story. It's like, what is that all about? And so there's they were sending fake law and summonses, tax summons, divorce papers, things like that from COL people in disguise as lawyers to shut up the ex-students. Divorce summonses some of which had brothers and sisters listed on the divorce. Yeah, I got one. I was like, what the hell is this? 2014. I was like, what? Along with the Gemelt stuff and the other things. Just a little before that. I got a divorce summons. Yay. Not married. Not married to anybody. Anyway, so apparently this sham marriage trial, which disappeared off the net and no one knew how it ended in October of 2008. It actually happened in the courtroom because they've unsealed the document. You can look at it. And they've unsealed it and said basically, pretty much the judge yelled at the COL people and said, you're wasting my time, the court's time, in the court, because this is a sham marriage. You cannot have a divorce from somebody you're not legally married to. Well, the county of Alameda had gone to the county of Santa Clara. They were in Santa Clara County at that point when they were married. And said, no, they're not legally married over here in Santa Clara or in the county of Alameda. So the judge said, we are tearing up this divorce trial. It's over. Yeah, you can't sue for divorce and you can't countersue for being beaten up or something. And you're martial artists. It's like, how are you going to sue for being beaten up? So it didn't make any sense. And then there was a patent thing that was later, which had nothing to do with that. And then this guy, I'm not going to name his name. Still posted on his website because he didn't change it. That he used to work at her company, that Guru's company. It's like, if I was him, and not him, I wouldn't put her name up on there. But apparently she still got something on him, so we put it up there. Why? Why? I don't have a company. I don't have a computer company. This is not a studio.
First officer log, supplemental. Literally, it was a few minutes ago. Yes. So far, we are down on the planet, and everything seems to be all right, except for Saltine's injury. He's been returned to their ship for repairs. Yeah, he apparently got in a scuffle with his officer. He apparently got in a scuffle with his friend, and he hurt himself. I haven't yet traced the hyper signal to anything yet, but almost. It's probably through that door. I should go in there and find out. Yeah. Yeah. It's another bridge. There's a bunch of bridges down here. Planet. It's like a maze or something. I think we've been over this before, but that's really weird. There's a bridge. And, yeah. The source of the energy reading is just ahead. It's in the captain's chair. That's weird. Slightly newer. This appears to be a TMS ship, only slightly newer. I see we've all found the source at the same time. Yes. I left my ship to go look around down here. And I'm sure the station is fine, though. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I left it. Something beamed us here anyway, so I figured, why not? I mean, there was nothing dangerous, so I figured, why not risk it?
Welcome, Starfleet. I am Rebecca Bemused. I only assume the form of Janeway. Greetings. I can tell you much about the COL experience, but I can see you already have watched the videos from the Kitty Key, so you know all that you need to know, really. Know that I was his partner in romancercise. Wasn't my idea, wasn't his idea. I would have preferred to be with the great Anderson instead. But alas, he was not around, so they didn't put us together. They put me with him. I'm roughly his sister's age, so it was awkward. Yes, I'm a little older than him, so it was very awkward. I was a LWS employee and tech writer and stuff like that. And later on, I became a folk singer. You've probably seen some of my stuff. But we're not going to do any songs here. No. I come here to tell you all about this tune, to tell you all a story. I came here to show you this tune, tell you all a story about Kyung-hee Kim. And now you know. You're, of course, free to go. Yes. But wouldn't you like to stay for the rest of the party? I suspect the old gal isn't sundowning just yet, but probably will be, for too long. Or if it's after midnight, she might just turn into a werewolf. No, that would be silly. Just kidding. Anyway. I hope it's been a fun and educational experience for you. I know it has for me. Yes, I would never actually go back. But as you have figured out, this is a planet this is a planet Keptera. It's not technically going back. It's a recreation by the ex-COLs, and it's a recreation by the COLs and the X-ones to have them come back together, even though they really wouldn't. Yeah, so at the end, what are we? Not warriors and originals all along. Yeah, we were originals all along. Yes. Yeah, she stole the original, not a copy, from the Xerox. Just, you know. Anyway, yeah, she stole a lot of that stuff. But you probably know that. I'll turn this little message off, and You will all forget about where you were. Well, maybe you'll remember some of it. It's not designed to make you completely forget. For I am bemused. And I was the behind-the-scenes collaborator. I was a kitty key. Anyway, I was one of them. I could name the other kitty keys, but there's no point. What is the past is the past. You have a future, destiny. Go find it.
I like how you made it like a instead of it being a sabotage, it was a space thing, a space mind control thing. That's more interesting, I think. Yeah. Oddly enough, though, the Far-Outian guy with the visor, he's not around in this one. Kind of left him out. Anyway, yeah, and strangely enough, this episode doesn't have any Borg really in it at all. Not really, technically. And the younger ones aren't. Odd. So hopefully I can get back to my mission and return to the planet and all that stuff shortly. Yeah. That is a sensible plan. However, you are a little mentally off. We'll have to keep an eye on you and on them. No telling when we might run into them again. There you are, Mr. Rezhenko. Kind of like a little video essay play thing with YouTube usable music in the background. Yeah, that you really can't hear because it's subliminal. Yeah, and also the weird message thing. That you might get a kick out of it. Learning more about us, vicariously through the later stuff. You know, it really wasn't about Kimmy. Yeah, it was really about Kitty. It was all about him. Yeah, and his destiny. And of course, changed destiny. Yeah. You know, it's been well over 18 years since he left. And now, yeah, I said the same amount of time that he trained. Oh, yeah, a little more, even. Yeah. Yes, make your destiny a good one. Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed our little video essay fun thingy. I know it was kind of a clip show movie, 2 movies. But yeah, it seemed to work. And no, there was very little of Gamel's story in it, actually. If any, just that we were cheap, and it kind of fit because it's similar. That's why we liked that character. In a sense, we didn't like him for some things, but we liked him for that because he was able to pull that out. Yeah. So Usilians, this is some kind of weird test too, isn't it? Usilians. This is some kind of weird test too, isn't it? Well, all right. I'll return.
Hello, Dr. Tian. Kyung-yi Kim. Hello, Dr. Kyung-yi. Hello, Dr. Kyung-yi Kim. I'm back. Oh no! Tis you! Bemused! Better known as the Rebecca Bemused. Yes. You are one of them that brought down CO error. You are still out there somewhere. You and many others. Oh no, the subliminal energy is wearing off. Or the medication. Yeah, the subliminal message has been turned off, as well as the liminal one. I just wanted to come back and wish the school happy 41st anniversary. I thought it would be funny. Don't worry about it. You won't understand. Yeah. Interesting stuff here. Not a bad recreation either. Kind of mixed the 3 later schools together. The one mainly from the 2010s, which I wasn't part of, but saw many pictures and videos. They were kind of sparse after 2017, weren't they? You know, your show could have been successful. You could have kept with it, but you didn't. You could have more videos, but you didn't. You could have expanded, but you didn't. Well, in the end, you're old. And I have grown old. Oh well. C'est la vie. I just wanted to see you one more time. But I'll be going. Oh. In my less than weakened state, you can totally take over now. I could offer you promotional belt, honorary title. I will come back to school. Be a master. Yeah, that's it. Master. Yes. The honorary title. Legendary master. I don't want to do that. I went to another school, and I got a black belt there, too. Well, it made more sense where I went. But time is fleeting now, and so I bid you adieu. Probably should get some rest. You are 80 years old, after all. The muse to the concept. Beam me up.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I guess it's time for us to escort Kimpers to her quarters. Yeah, but we're never going to find out who it was that fathered all those COL kids. Yeah, I kind of wanted to find out. Oh well, I guess no one's going to reveal that. I wouldn't worry about that. I know where mine came from. Yes. But it is a pleasure to meet you. It's interesting. We kind of look similar, don't we? Silly in space. I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably just Kitty Key bragging again. Probably somebody playing her. Looked a little bit like that Sylvia Tilly from that other timeline. Yeah. It's probably just her. Just messing with you. Yeah. That's probably what it is. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to reveal to the Grandmaster that I'm actually the girl from the Safeway. Oh well. And that I'm one of the kitty keys. Yeah. Oh well. Maybe next time. Well, under the circumstances, heavily medicated Kimmy wouldn't remember it anyway. Just as well. We should get out of here. Yeah. I wonder about those other characters, though. Yeah, I wonder about the other ones, though.
Well, the device is turned off, and most everyone has returned to their ships. We are shortly to return to our ship. This is ridiculous. Yes. So, let us depart then. But first, we must hold Genie for questioning and take him back to Starfleet. Yeah. Captain Rozhenko. He's an alien. He's gonna disappear. They usually do that. You're not gonna be able to trap him. It's not gonna happen.
I will come quietly. I will come quietly. After all, I am a contemporary of the others. When the first Young Saw was formed, before it was even called that, I was one of them. I have the same powers as Kitty Key. I went in a different direction. He chose one path and I chose another. I chose ambition over logic. I chose to be the thing that Kitty Key was not. I chose to actually climb to the top and be with the guru. I regret that, but I cannot remake the past. Yes, I will go with you. It will be interesting. Haven't been there.
I see. I see. What will become of this Kyungi Kim and her leftover remains of the cult? Will they be lost to history? Probably not. Once everyone remembers, there will always be a piece of them out there, somewhere. I do not believe there were thousands of people ready to give and live and all and follow along in this cult. There were not thousands, there were hundreds. They were exaggerating themselves. There were hundreds of them. According to the rosters, when this Kiki person left, there were close to 80. And in the cult, close to 20. So that's not a lot. I don't know why everyone was obsessed over that. That is not a lot. That is the... Yes, that's hardly anything. That they didn't even expand like West Coast did. The other schools did. That's kind of screwy. Yes, we should get going. Yeah, they didn't expand. They just as well they didn't. We should get going. Back to the ship. You never know. You never know what's out there. Yeah, but Gamelt's mission actually succeeded in a way, even though it's aliens were in control of us the whole time. That's not good. Oh, I will not miss this strange planet. But it is interesting. Who knows what other Cillians are out there? What other TMS people are out there? We don't find them. Yes. And Cal Hazel got what he wanted. At least in this timeline. I'm not sure if that was actually the two aliens or him. The screwy aliens. Yes. Was it actually a bait and switch and it was aliens the whole time? It wasn't really them? That would be very screwy. Oh, very, very screwy. No. Cal Hazel was actually here. Many of the other people actually weren't. They were avatars. But yeah, this time he was not cock-blocked. Yeah. You guys, take care of yourselves. I will go with you, though, so I'll make a full report to the captain, or the admiral, or whoever's in charge. I'm sure you have a guru, right? Is she cute? Dun, 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 dun. In Starfleet. You're not going to shag anyone in Starfleet. What is it with you TMS people? Alexander to the ship. Beam us up. Yes, Captain.
Captain's log, supplemental. With the other ships from the TMS on their own, returning to space, we also have returned to the Starship, and are departing shortly. All is well. Everything seems to be as it was. Their celebration was apparently just a clip show, watching old Kitty videos. Very strange. But, yes, they were interesting, though. Let us get out of here.
You don't like parties. I like parties. Once Cal Hazel was dancing like crazy at this one party. He likes parties. Yeah.
Yeah, I do know he likes to party. I've seen that. But we should get going. And my mission was a success. However, the counselor on the ship, she was like, "Well, you're still nuts. Can't help that. So we won't be assigning you to any more large clandestine missions. You're gonna have to recuperate first." Yeah. Yes, I don't know why they would assign you to a mission in the first place. Anyway, I didn't have much to do in this one. It's mostly Cal Hazel. And old Cal Hazel. And the younger Cal Hazel. Lots of Cal Hazel. It's too much. Too much kitty key as well. So there were 4 of them, because he, repeated himself 4 times. And that explains all the kids at the end. And all that I heard about. Yes. Oh. They can't really all be his. That's silly. Well, some of them can be, I guess. But yes. Only because they're new actors playing them. Goofy. Silliness. But it is a silly track. So, yes, well. It is silly. I do not like silly most of the time. Let us get out of here before it becomes too much to bear. Honey, I'm home. No, it does not. Can we get going? This is annoying. So where are we going to go now? Boldly, where none have gone before. Yes. Yes.